This is the story of how I went from hating a piece of art to actually being okay with the outcome. I wanted to start a new animal alphabet series where I basically pick one animal and one object that starts with the same letter. So of course I started with the letter A and I picked axolotl, and for some reason I had it in my brain that the axolotl should be holding an asparagus. While I was sketching the axolotl, I thought about making him look similar to Calcifer holding a log from Howl's Moving Castle. I love that film, so I gave the axolotl a silly smile similar to Calcifer's. I redrew the sketch into my small square sketchbook so that I could attempt to use my alcohol markers again. The line art came out pretty nice, and I also really liked the base colors and some of the other shadows I began laying down. But I ran into some issues and ended up really hating how the shadows looked. Once I had reached this point, I remember something that Scott Christian Sava mentioned in a video I watched recently. Basically, he said, if you're just going to throw out your art anyways, you might as well experiment with it. So I pulled out some sakura jelly roll pens I had and started just messing around with them. I used them to make dots and lines, and honestly, in the end, I really ended up liking how it looked. Maybe it just needed more time to be worked. Maybe I was just in that messy middle stage, and I would have given up on my art before it even had time to get to where it was going. I thank Scott for the lesson and for showing me that I can like my art again, even if I hit that messy middle stage. You just gotta keep experimenting and keep practicing. Who knows, you may end up really liking your artwork in the end. In this last section, I'm just kind of adding a little bit more fun detail to the background of the page, adding some highlights, adding some more blue. I really like how this turned out in the end, and I'm really glad that I kept going with it even though I was ready to give up on it. So what do you think? I need a new animal and an object that both start with the letter B for my next piece. Let me know your suggestions in the comments down below. Polly and I thank you for joining us, and we will catch you again in the next video.